Should we dress modestly when we dance before the Lord? And if so, how do we do that? Stay tuned and we'll talk about it. Hi, I'm Lynn Hayden with Dancing for Him Ministries, and this is Worship Dance Tips and Techniques. Today we're going to talk about modesty in dress. Why should we do that? And how should we do that? If you like this kind of content and lots of other topics that relate to worship dance, please hit the subscribe button to let me know that I need to make more videos like this, and hit the notifications bell to be updated as to when new videos come out. So let's get right to it. Number one, the dances that we do before the Lord, presentation dances on the platform, they're the gospel message. They're bringing forth the gospel message, glorifying the Lord and presenting His word, a message from His word or from His heart to the heart of the people. And so we want to, through our dance presentations, glorify the Lord. And when we're not dressed modestly, that can be a distraction away from the message, away from glorifying the Lord and bringing the focused attention on ourselves or on our bodies. So that's why it's so important to make sure that we're completely covered. I was at a concert one time during the conference, and I was sitting next to the pastor of the church, and this girl came out to do her dance, and she was just wearing a leotard and a long skirt, and I think maybe some pink tights underneath or something. And she, in fact, did a big spin. The skirt went whew, way up like that, and you saw everything. I mean, it was like, and the pastor that was next to me, he went like this, because all the whole entire audience or congregation could think about was what they're seeing under her skirt as opposed to the message of the dance. So you see, that's why it's so important to, be completely modest and covered when we dance before the Lord. We want to be able to have that freedom of movement, particularly if a dance is a little more intricate, and rolling on the floor and big kicks and things like that. So we definitely want to have that freedom of movement, but we want to be completely modest and covered. And I know you know this, but let's go into how you be completely modest and covered. You start with undergarments, and I'll be real frank here. You want to make sure that you can't see through your top in any way, shape, or form. And if you were to bend forward, you can't see down your top in any way, shape, or form. So I would recommend first getting a good supportive undergarments with some kind of padding or covering. There's a place called Soma Intimates, Soma Intimates, and they have these things called petals, I think. Victoria's Secret has them as well. And, they're things that just kind of stick on and cover everything. They're wonderful. So worth it. I mean, if you can't do that, get big Band-Aids, whatever it takes. You want to make sure that you're covered. Make sure that the undergarment you're wearing is supportive, and it's not, how do I say it, loose fitting. You don't want the audience to follow you going across the stage, right? You want to make sure that there's good, solid support in whatever under things that you're wearing. So that's the number one. Number two is, I still recommend wearing a long sleeve leotard under your garments, whatever you're wearing, and make sure it has a higher neck, either maybe a boat neck or a high scoop neck. When you buy leotards online, be careful of the term scoop neck, because there are, scoop neck like this, or there are scoop necks. So you have to be careful. Also, ladies who are larger busted will tend to pull the scoop neck down. So make sure that it's very high, or maybe even a mock neck, turtleneck type of a leotard, something like that. Body Wrappers has wonderful leotards. I think I've been using Body Wrappers leotards since I was 19. They're well made, they cover well, they're higher neck, they're long sleeve, they're just really, really good. None of this is written in stone, but these are just suggestions that I've learned, over the years, that will help your dances, help you minister most effectively through your dance, so that the audience's attention will focus on the Lord and not on your body. And then you want to wear something over your leotard. Because think about it. If you didn't wear something over your leotard, a tunic, a vest, a blouse, a shirt, something, if you didn't wear something over it, what does the audience see? They see the full shape or form of your body. And again, going back to glorifying the creator and not his creation, right? So you want to make sure that you wear something over your leotard. And I recommend making sure that whatever it is that you're wearing over is long enough that when your hands are fully raised in the air, that your bottom is still covered. Because sometimes, we might look at ourselves in the mirror, and, a lot of times dance teams are relegated to this, coat closet off to the side, and they have a little, $8 mirror from Walmart, and, the whole team looks and, okay, we look great. Okay, that's fine. But, you want to make sure, check each other out, make sure that everybody looks good. You want to maybe, pin your shoulders of your overgarment so it doesn't slide down or whatever. You want to be comfortable enough that you can flow easily without having to worry about, garment malfunction. So, but make sure it's long enough. And also be careful of, a see-through overgarment. If you're going to wear a see-through overgarment, make sure that you have a thicker, a non-see-through tunic or something under the see-through over blouse, if you will. Because let's say you're wearing just the leotard and a see-through over top. It may be lovely and flowy and beautiful, but what does the audience see? They see the outline of your body still. So just put a little tunic over top, or a tank top or something, over the leotard under the sheer garments. And there's so many, garment companies out there now. And, maybe I'll do a review of some, sometime. But anyway, working on the garments, working our way down. If you're going to wear a skirt of some kind, it doesn't have to come to the floor, but, it should at least come down, over your knees. But the point about wearing a skirt is you want to have something under your skirt so that when you twirl, and your skirt will flare up, you want to make sure that the audience sees just more material underneath there. So culottes, loose-fitting silk essence kind of pants, some kind of pant, culotte or something underneath that has a good bit of material, let's say, under a skirt. And that will solve that problem. So when you spin, all they see is more material under there, so you're covered. If you're going to wear pants of some kind, I recommend more loose fitting type pants as opposed to leggings or something that's tight fitting. And it still looks nice. You can still minister in that and still have the same effect without drawing attention to, your body, but rather glorifying the Lord through your movements. Sometimes it's good to wear like tights underneath your pants or culottes or skirt or, whatever it is that you're wearing. It's a good idea to wear, tights, something to cover your leg. Now they have, of course, the convertible tights where you can, take it off the foot and roll it up if you're going to dance barefooted. But something that kind of looks nice is if you wear the same color tights as shoes. So let's say you're wearing pink tights and they go all the way over to cover your foot, and then if you wear pink ballet shoes, let's say, to go along with the pink tights, it creates a nice line. So here's kind of a don't. Now I know that a lot of teams starting out are on a budget and sometimes it's difficult to have all this matching stuff, but try to work up to it, build up to it over time. But if you have pink tights and black shoes, what happens is it kind of breaks that line, and it's really kind of, oh, how lovely, and all of a sudden so the dark colored shoes kind of stand out with the light colored tights, and vice versa. If you're wearing all black, let's say, and then you wear white shoes, the white shoes will really stand out. So nothing's written in stone, and you can take your time to work up your wardrobe and things like that, but it's a good rule of thumb. Also, they say that, let's say your backdrop is black. If you wear black tights and shoes and pants, let's say, you'll appear thinner. So just a hint. Then working our way down again, now I come from a primarily ballet background, so again, this is not written in stone, and dance has changed over the years. Contemporary dancers have this long hair that kind of flops in their face, and it's like they choreograph the whip of the hair into their dance. So take this with a grain of salt, but I recommend, if you've got longer hair, to pull it back away from your face, because you want to, glorify the Lord on your face. And sometimes hair flipping around can be a distraction to the glory of the Lord shining on your face. Even my short hair like this, I would have to pin this part back so it doesn't flop in my eyes. So it's just, food for thought. And also, like, if you've got thinner hair and you put it in a ponytail, or if you've got, multiple braids and things and you put it up in a ponytail, it could, whack you in the face, like a horsetail swatting flies, so it could be a distraction. So with longer hair, it might not be a bad idea to put it up somehow, wear a scarf or whatever you need to do, to kind of get it out, because it goes back to, being a distraction or not. Earrings, I would recommend either no earrings at all, or matching earrings, but everybody would have to match, or just little studs that are not noticeable. I would remove all jewelry, all necklaces, no bracelets, no rings. If you're going to get your nails done, wait until after your presentation to get your nails done, because if everybody has plain hands, plain nails, and then you've got yours that are like bling, and they're bright and colorful and all that, and you do a movement, the audience's attention is going to turn towards your hands. And again, we want to glorify the Lord. So keep jewelry to a bare minimum. Going back to the sports bra, I got to share this little story, and then we got to cut it short. This is going way too long. this one time, I've seen hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of dances over the years. When I teach the conferences on Saturday night, we always have or sometimes Friday night, we have the dance concert where the people who come to the conference present a dance that they will have already done at their church. Well, anyway, so this one group got on the platform and they were lovely. Their dance was lovely. They were dressed beautifully. They had all black. They wore, black from head to toe. It was elegant, though. It was beautiful. But this one girl in the middle had a light gray crisscross sports bra in the, and all I could see throughout the whole dance was her gray sports bra. So, I mean, it literally took my attention away from this lovely dance because I was looking at the thing that did not match. It's a distraction. So the whole point, the whole purpose is to for modesty and garments and what we wear and whatnot is so we can the dance, the ministry presentation, the gospel message can go forth and glorify the Lord. So I hope these tips helped you, and I hope to see you at a conference sometime. God bless.